Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Clown Club, and today I am making a guide on EVA 01. So, yeah, last time, I remember doing a video on EVA, how to use EVA. Okay, this is more of a guide. So, first of all, we're going to talk about best ways to get EVA, which is going to happen first. Next, after that, we're going to talk about his attacks and what their really good uses are. And then we're going to talk about last how the combos with EVA. Then let's get into this. Okay, as I said before, I'm going to be talking about the best ways to get him. So, first of all, he costs 600k G cells, and he's in level 100 Kamakura-san, which is Shin Stage 4. And level 15, Monster Zero, 201 kills with MFS Type 3 Kiryu. They finally switched that from 2 to 3. Okay, so let's go first with the G-Cells. So the G-Cells you shouldn't be too worried about as much, since leveling up the Kaiju will probably be the point where you will probably get it anyway. Because I remember whenever I went from like, I want to say 200,000 to maybe maximum 400,000 G cells to 1 million. So it's not really that, it's not really much big, it isn't that big of a difference. I think it's fine if you don't worry about that. You worry about these leveling up and kills first. So, Monster Zero first. This is the first thing you should do. Getting Monster Zero is pretty expensive, huh? It's like 500,000 G cells. That's gonna be hard. But since you should probably if you're going to go ahead and get him and you're already maxed out your G19, but you don't have enough G cells, maybe like a few less, then you go level up with your Shin Stage 4. It's the best way to continue on. And after that, you go ahead and get your level 15 Monster Zero. Get it to level 15. Pretty easy. Just go ahead and go around a building and press Control, press 2, and spin, so it actually hits all those buildings around you. And also make sure you fill up your bar, your inner storm, and use that to use your Alpha Roar, and then use that as a boost to kind of like Ultima. So that's how you get Monster Zero into level 15. So while you do that, you probably got Shin Stage 4 to level 25. Unless you don't have Shin. It doesn't really matter if you got him or not. I'm not covering Shin because that's going to be too complicated a little bit. Okay, so just when you get Shin Stage 4, you probably used a little bit of it trying to get Monster Zero, which is good, because you probably got him to level 25 or so, maybe even further, maybe even level 50, and that's good. And you probably don't have as much G-Cells now, but you can still get them because you got the 201 kills. So do this leveling up for a while until you max it out. When you max it out, you pretty much warmed yourself up for the kill count. So you do the kills. And don't team, okay? Do not team, because it doesn't count anymore. If they hit you at least 2 times, then good, then you kill them. I wouldn't recommend using alt or any sort of account or any friends of yours to cheat this, because it's actually against the rules. So don't do that, and actually fight for real. It should be easy, especially since if you get it to already half max, which you should by the time you get 201 kills. So yeah, that's how you get the kills. Just go out there, destroy players with your MFS Type 3 Kiryu. Use a lot of your ranged attacks before you go in. And then when you finally got them to I don't know, maybe 1,000, maybe a few thousand HP, you go in and you destroy them. That's how you use that. So by this time you probably have you probably don't even have enough. If you don't, you can go ahead and I guess you could either spend Robux. I wouldn't do that. I'd rather just go ahead and go ahead and just pick out a kaiju. Like if you have not gotten Destroya, or if you want to get some levels on something else that you really want to get levels on, use that kaiju. Just go out there, destroy players. When you're done, then you can go ahead and you probably already got those. Probably all got all of those G cells. So that's how you get EVA. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the knife mode. You know, the first paradigm, the assault paradigm is known. This is a good way of this is probably like pretty good for. I think this is actually really good for depending on the fight. If you're going in and you're not going for running in and out, or you're just charging in, you're not doing they're not running as much. This is what this is for. This is more like, okay, you're done, I am going in, and I am going in and all out by destroying you. Because this is very good for PvP if they're not running away from you, because I'm just saying it's the best way, because it can all be useful to just go through. It can just be useful to just use this kaiju to just tear through Kaiju's health because of the fast moves from this thing. And I'll explain the combos later, not right now, that'll be later. And but yes, this is the good one for PvP without running away or anyone else running from you. So if someone's running from you, don't use it. So this is for like runners. This is not used for runners, I'm sorry. Okay, then you've got the gun, the operation paradigm, aka the gun mode. So this one is pretty useful for most of all. If anything, I want to say it's just useful for if you're low on HP. And I would say that it's useful for flying players if they're low HP, or you need to get out of there and you can't do any, and you just don't want to do any. You don't want to throw your spear constantly. That's what this is for. That's really what the gun's for. It's really not meant to kill players. It's just meant to let you get it out of range if you need to. Then you have your intervention paradigm, aka spear mode. This is actually meant for like if you're catching someone, or like they're constantly moving around, as in like they're actually moving in, out, in, backwards, forwards. This is like useful for characters that move so much. That's what this is for. You use this one to constantly just go ahead and just stab them. You just go through them. You just destroy them. So that's what this is for. This is also good for PvP, but it's a different type of PvP, more active PvP. So that's what this one's for. You use this for a more active version of PvP. The next one is Angel Paradigm. This is a useful one, especially since this one's actually this is actually the most powerful ability for PvP. This is what you use when you're like kind of like you're at your last 1,000 HP, or last 1,500 HP. That's when you use this. You transform into this monster. It's just so powerful that if you use this, you can just jab and tear through anything. It's very useful, especially since this thing is so easy to use. I finally understood how to use this thing, unlike before. And that's the paradigms, or I guess the modes, because there is not much about the paradigms that you would think. Okay, the next things we're going to talk about is going to be the combos with EVA, because last time I made a few mistakes, especially for the knife. I had some things there that were not correct. Okay, so the combos with EVA, we're gonna start off with the knife mode. So the knife mode is, I remember saying it's 3, 2, 1. It's still kind of that. It isn't exactly that. By the way, I got to level 50 EVA. Ooh, yeah. So, yeah, it's actually not completely that. It still has a similar combo, but it is not 3, 2, I mean, yes, 3, 2, 1. It's actually now 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And you can, first you begin the fight with 3. And then you just constantly keep spamming 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 until the enemy is gone. Or unless you need to get out of there. That's the only reason you would have to do that. That's what this is for. It's not meant for, it is not just meant for anything besides, you're supposed to use this for, you're meant to use this to, well, just to kind of go, just to do some, you're just supposed to use this to just tear through enemies. And the reason why I say it's not 3, 2, 1 anymore, and it's just 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, you get it. The reason why I say this and not what I said before is because when you press 3 again and again and again and again and again, it just gets eventually too annoying to use. And once you use this too much, it'll just send you off, especially since it's not very good to constantly use as a beginning of a fight. It's actually a very bad idea to use constantly, because it'll eventually send you off your course, and it will really do some major, it'll ruin a lot of it. And that's why I recommend using 2, 1 instead of 3 again, which is you begin the fight or you get into the battle again with 3. So if you're like backed out of the fight and you're ready to go back in, you press 3 and you're in again. That's how that works. After that, yeah, then you've got the gun mode. The gun is really not much. I used to be like, just press 2, hold 2. It turns out it actually isn't as good if you press 1 and 4, because 1, if you use 1, it get a little bit on the side, so you kind of go and buy them a little bit, maybe not too close, but a little bit near them. You will get you can use this to kind of go near, and then you can use this to go, when you go near them, you can use this to just, basically use this to just go, I just want to go next to them and go past them, and then you shoot them. It's kind of hard for them to get to you, because especially since they have to turn their camera a lot. You just have to turn your camera to one side, which just makes it much easier for you. And once you only turn to one side, it's pretty easy to do, especially since all you gotta do is just press 1, 4. It's best. It's just the best way. And you should also, I should recommend, the knife also gives you this cool ability where it like gives you ammo. It doesn't like give it to you immediately. It gives you enough to reload again. And so when you reload, this is okay. So yes, the knife will give you more ammo. It doesn't precisely give it to you directly, as I just said before. It actually puts it in there. I figured out that bar next to it isn't how maximum ammo you can have. It's actually how much ammo you can actually spend to get so you can fill up your bar again. So it's not actually what it was before. It's actually meant to be. It's actually, if you have like 60 ammo is the maximum. But whenever it says 60 and how many ammo you got. And that's not how many you can have. It's actually how much. It's actually calculating on it's actually calculating on it's okay. When you use a knife, you get 60 ammo. It doesn't give you it directly. It gives it to you. It gives it to you it gives it to you so you can reload with it. That's what I figured out now. Okay, so that's the gun. You press 1 and 4. That's it. And that's how you reload the gun, basically. I didn't know this, but the knife is pretty OP against this. Okay, so the spear is pretty much just fire whatever weapon you got. Basically, just use every single attack you got. Like, if you want to go 1, 2, 3, you can do that. If you want to, you can go 3, 1, 2. It doesn't matter, as long as you can do damage. Now, when you go farther away, recommending to use the spear is really good. It's actually a really good idea. That's it for the knife, really. I mean the spear, or lance, whatever you want to call it. I think it's a lance, as they said before. They said on the wiki. Link down below. Wiki's link down below in the description. Okay, so, then you've got the angel paradigm, or known as the berserk mode. This is, I'd say the combo here is just spam 1 and 2, 1 and 2. If you have like encounter a thermal pulse, maybe you press 3, and then just make sure you have like 10 left over of your ascension. And when you have 10 ascension, make sure you attack. Maybe make sure you press 4 so you can actually get your super ability. It would help a lot if you did that way. So I'm just saying, better off doing it that way. So that's that. And anything else? No, actually that's it. So usually the basic combo is 1, 2, 1, 2, and when at the end press 4 because it requires any ascension you got left. It doesn't have all the ascension. It recommends any of the ascension left. So it doesn't matter how much ascension you got. It'll take all of it. At minimum 1 ascension, but it's hard to get a one ascension unless you have an odd number, which is really hard to get. So I recommend press 1, 2, 1, 2, and if you have a thermal pulse, go ahead and press 3. It may block some damage. I don't know exactly. I didn't really test enough. But that's it for the combos. Actually, that's it. That's all. No, there isn't actually much left. I think that it's actually pretty. I think that that's it, because anything else, I mean, besides, I mean, that's it actually, because I did explain best ways to how I think it would be good to actually get him, what the uses for his different paradigm or different modes. I talked about the combos for each of them, so that's it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please hit that like button, subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and make sure to go check out my website, link down below in the description. EVA Wikipedia thing is in the description too. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.